or two or three varieties. It has like two or three varieties. So the bricklayer told me that if they're actually plastering a particular, they want to plaster a particular building, which is a rush, there is a particular kind of cement that they use that. When you get there the next day and you eat it, you punch the wall, it won't, it's going to be firm. So he said they don't use that kind of cement for making concrete blocks, that they use it for POP works. They use it for the finishing of POP works and all. So he even diversified in his cement business, and currently now he has what do we call it? He has the Dangote refinery. Even in the refinery, that's the latest diversification he's working on. He doesn't have just a petrol refinery or an oil refinery. I think he has the petrol refinery in an oil refinery. He has a plant and a fertilizer plant there. He has another plant for making petroleum product. I want to believe that includes petroleum jelly, rubber, and some other things. So it shows that this man is thinking wide. So we should all think wide, because the reality is that any business can be challenged at any point in time. You understand? Any business can be challenged at any point in time. For those of us that are into stocks and all, if you check during the Biden and Trump election, during those times, like 3 weeks around that area, US stocks, US shares, everything was just dropping drastically. So imagine someone had an emergency and wanted to sell. He was going to sell maybe at a loss or not. But imagine you've diversified, you have some shares in Nigeria, some in Canada, and some other places. So even if you are suffering a loss from there, you have some where you are bouncing back. So it's fair you diversify. Don't just follow the trend of business. Diversify. Don't let me say that because Vanguard Premium is selling beads and selling accessories, I actually want to join that brand. If you join the brand, the reality is that yes, you can make sales, you can even push Vanguard Premium out of market. Fine. But the thing is, you have more challenging work to do because you are setting up yourself for competition. Vanguard Premium is selling let's say accessories and all to ladies, and now you don't sell accessories, but you want to start a business. Why not just get bicycles for children in the area and say, okay, since Vanguard Premium is selling, Vanguard Blessing is cooking food and all, so I'll just get bicycles for the children in the area and we'll start up a delivery business. You want to go and deliver to someone around Miriam, give it to us. To deliver to that area is just 150. So I'll take 15 naira, the boy takes 100 naira. So that's we thinking wide. We need to even we don't follow the trend. Make sure that our business is instinct for what is there. And once you have a business established, we should actually make sure that we do not invest everything we get. We go into something new. Okay, the next point, if you can still hear me, let me see maybe a thumbs up or a peace sign in the comment box. So another thing I want to talk about is I'm so sorry, I have my presentation. I'm trying to talk through my presentation. Is look for hidden opportunities. Thank you very much, Vanguard Toby, for sharing this book with me last month, How to Sell to Nigerians. That's one of the best books I've read in a while. And the book was written by Akin Labi. I know he's very proud where he is now. One of the cores of that book is that, one of the core value in that book is that before you start a business, look for a problem, provide the solution, and add your price. Now, let me look at, I'm going to take you away from Dangote a bit and take it to Vanguard and to Akin Labi. So Akin Labi said when he was going to start his betting company, he was teaching people, explaining how to do a lot of things to people, and he was getting questions on how do we fund foreign betting accounts? Because people wanted to bet, but there was no betting company in Nigeria, and people do not want to go to bank to go and make wire transfer or MoneyGram or Western Union to find the betting account. It looks like you're a very stupid person. That's the way a lot of people will view you. So a lot of people feel like it's shameful that I want to go and fund a betting account from the bank and use MoneyGram, Western transfer and all. And we don't have a lot of those fintechs then. So he thought about it and he was like, okay, that's the problem, funding a betting account from Nigeria, finding a foreign betting account. So he said, well, he brought a betting company to Nigeria that was going to provide Nigerians with Nigerian account and was going to allow them fund with Naira here in Nigeria. And I can say that was the first door to the gambling sector of the economy. You opened that first door to the gambling sector of the economy. We have a lot of betting companies and one expert, Bet Nigeria, and all. But then, if Vanguard, I'm so sorry, I'm calling him Vanguard. Maybe she's one of us. If Akin Labi did not see the idea opportunity, did not provide solutions to that problem, maybe we won't have a betting sector in our economy, and the billions that economy keeps generating will not be in Nigeria right now. So now let's look at the life of Alhaji Aliko Dangote when it comes to looking for hidden opportunities. Alhaji realized that when he was importing cement into the country and was bagging and selling to people, he realized that there were just few players in the production sector of cement. There were just few companies that were producing cement. So he joined them and started producing cement. He knew there was a problem because they could not sufficiently provide and cover the needs of Nigeria. If they were able to cover the needs of Nigeria, the likes of Dangote would not even thrive when he started importing cement into the continent. His business would not thrive. So he knew that there was a problem. So he joined the players and started producing cement. And surprisingly, I can say there are just three cement companies that from that time till now are still, you can still say they are surviving. There's the Dangote Cement, the Lafarge Cement, and Purchem Cement. And Dangote Cement now has 15, I think Dangote Cement has 15 plants, I think 15 plants across Africa. They have some in Ghana, they have some in South Africa, they have some in Senegal, they have some in Ethiopia, they have some in Zambia, and they have some in Tanzania. So if you didn't look for that unique opportunity, because most of his business growth came from the cement factory. If we didn't look for that hidden opportunity that, okay, we can provide for these people, we can provide for these people's needs, these people's cement requests, we can answer that call by producing in Nigeria. He may not be able to even get to where he is now because he has a lot from that cement factory. So you and I should actually look for hidden opportunities. You and I should actually, there's always a problem in the society that needs to be fixed. There will always be a problem in society that needs to be fixed. For example, the fintech is one of the best solutions that we've had in a lot of times. There were imagine situations where children want to maybe pay their jam form of school fees and there's a deadline of maybe 2 days and the father goes to bank to send it to transfer and the transfer is taking like will take like 4 to 7 days. There are a lot of people that have missed opportunities based on that time. Now imagine if someone in this era now, if someone tells you that, okay, my jam form is closing or my school fees portal is closing in 20 minutes. If you have the money, you will send the money and it's going to reflect in less than 5 minutes. And the person will still pay the money and still have like 10 minutes extra. You understand? So we should always try to look for being opportunities, problems, and solutions, and give solutions to them at our own price. Okay, so the next thing I actually want to talk about is patriotism. Patriotism. Quite a number of us believe that Nigeria is a very terrible country. So, now you will see a lot of us are just a lot of our friends and families are hiding. By September is close. You would see your neighbor telling you that, bro, as I will don't tell you, I'm just traveling. You just see them early in the morning or late in the evening. They are packing their bags. Everybody's leaving the country, Chapa. And one thing I've come to realize is that the top billionaires in this country and millionaires, they keep seeing reasons to invest. And I don't know if those people can keep seeing reasons to invest and invest in the country. I don't know why a lot of us just wants to leave the country. Look at the likes of Mike Adenuga. Mike Adenuga has quite a number of products, of services and products in Nigeria. Mike Adenuga holds Globalcom. He owns Sterling Bank. He owns Corn Oil and can't remember the last one. And he still has shares in Dangote refineries. Look at Tony Elumelu, UBA started from Nigeria to the whole of Africa. Then look at Alhaji Aliko Dangote himself. He has a host of businesses in Nigeria. And he keeps investing more in Nigeria, more and more. Currently, I think Dangote groups of company has employed over 30,000 Nigerians and still counting. That's quite a lot. Now let's put these people are people that are working hard to get their money. Surprisingly, people that are not even working hard to get their money, I am not throwing shit at anybody. Some politicians are not working hard to get their money. They will prefer to take from Nigeria and go and invest in the economy of other countries. Thankfully for that, we are still enjoying some of our bachelor's league still now. But imagine the likes of Alhaji Aliko Dangote did not invest in Nigeria, did not put their money in Nigeria. Mike Adenuga didn't put his money in Nigeria. Sodola didn't put his money in Nigeria for toy. Then who else again? Tony Elumelu didn't put his money in Nigeria. Our economy will not be ranked as growing at all. To be very honest, these people have a lot of influence. Apart from their own businesses, they keep seeing reasons to invest in other businesses across Nigeria. But you and I, not you and I, maybe you are actually looking for the next opportunity to run out of this country, and that's not patriotic. And now speaking about the height of patriotism that's seen for any billionaire, that was when Alhaji Aliko Dangote said in one of his interviews that he does not own a house outside Nigeria. But you have shares, you have US shares, you have shares in Apple, you have shares in Amazon. But Alhaji Aliko Dangote, he can buy islands, he can buy resorts, he can buy almost every building in the world. Like he can buy almost all buildings in the world, but he doesn't have a house outside Nigeria. All his properties are in Nigeria, all his houses are in Nigeria. So if he travels outside Nigeria, he's going to stay in an hotel, obviously. I don't think I've seen any act of patriotism more than that. And that's something I believe all of us should emulate. If Nigeria is this bad, these people will not stay here. These people have enough money more than you and I to leave this country and never return. And they will be fine. In fact, they will pack their family and friends. They will pack all of them and everybody will still be fine. Like even without working for a long time. So I feel like if all those people, the rich, the billionaires, keep saying reasons to believe in our country, to give back to the Nigerian society, to stay in the Nigerian society, to invest there. I feel like you and her that will just have like 100,000 and 10,000 should also say reasons to give back to our society. Should also say reasons we should not be using all our money to process japa. We should still, there are problems in the Nigerian society that we can actually solve. We should show patriotism to this country. Yes, we believe this country is bad, but with our patriotism, we can get things better. So the last but not on the list for my topic is giving back to the society. You know, when you check some WhatsApp status, you feel like I should not mind my business. I should just enter this person's DM and or you won't. You see people post things like, no matter how touching your story is, I will not do transfer. You see girls posting stuff like when they marry you, it's me and my husband. Like they're immediately telling their potential husband or their fiance or their boyfriend that once you are married, bro, your family is out of the picture. It's me and you alone and alone. It's me, you, and our children. But look at the life of Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Even after he's well, if he does not care about anybody, nobody's going to arrest him. I believe we know that. Am I still on this call? Please give me a thumbs up if I'm still on this call. So he keeps seeing reasons that okay, if he does not give to us, if he does not give to anybody, it's going to be fine. But he keeps seeing reasons why he should give back to the society. He has a foundation, the Alhaji Aliko Dangote Foundation. That foundation has given scholarship to numerous people, provided healthcare facilities to a lot of people, kept a lot of people's welfare, visited and invested in IDP camps. And I can't even say invested, there's no investment in IDP camps. Puts his money in IDP camps to help people. Like he has just been generous to a lot of people. And what I would say captures my heart so much is the CAR COVID 2020, if I'm not mistaken. That's coalition against COVID-19. It's actually private sector coalition against COVID-19. Okay, during the COVID-19, they just some private sector championed by Access Bank and then a Dangote group of companies came together to okay, let's bring out that private sector. Let's see what we can help the government with. Although they gave a lot of palliatives that were kept in some safe houses by some people that I don't even know why, because it's not their own. I don't know. I don't know why they are keeping it. But they saw reasons that okay, let's help these people. We've actually made money from these people. Yes, we sold them services, we sold them goods. But then let's even assist them. If not for them, we'll not be here. They still reasons to give back to the society. And they during that kind of COVID, they invested billions in the Nigerian society by giving foods, giving shelter materials at the point when there was flood. They gave us a lot of things. They gave in. They also gave medical support, facilities, gloves, all this sanitizing thing and all. They give it back to the society, and it's kind of very very encouraging. So no matter what you be, what you become, no matter who you are, where you're from, I want to encourage us to actually see reasons to give back to the society. So this is going to be the end of my call on this session, the end of my talk. And next, I'll be calling on our very, very own Bangal Abdulrazak to come and give us the etiquette for this week, the etiquette section segment. He's going to be offering the segment. Bangal Abdulrazak, can you hear me? And are you on this call?
Yes, I'm on this call. I can hear you.
Okay, Bangal Abdulrazak, you have the floor now, sir.
Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, dear Vanguards. First and foremost, I would like to apologize for coming a bit late. I will express.
Okay, everyone. So I think Vanguard Abdulrazak's network broke a bit. So any time he joins, I have his presentation with me. So can everyone hear me? Okay, I have his presentation with me, so I would help him and he will pick it up when I get back. So he's going to be talking about maximizing employment opportunities. So we know that getting employment opportunities in this era is quite more of a challenge, a very big one at that. And considering the ratio of employment opportunities and the people that are ready to get a job, employable graduates, I think it's like ratio 1 to 20. I'm not talking about from any statistics, I'm just talking from what I think. So when we eventually get the employment opportunities, and I believe that we should actually try to maximize. So the first thing I'll be talking about is set career goals. We should actually set realistic career goals that can actually help us grow while being employed, that can actually help us become better, become that person that is irreplaceable, become that person that everybody wants. He said, the Bible tells it says, show me a man that is diligent in his work and he will stand before kings. So we need to, diligence is one of the things that we need to actually show in whatever we do in our employment. When we actually get the employment opportunity, we do not, because it's something everybody is looking for. So we should set career goals that are actually achievable. Like, okay, this is the quota for this month. By the end of this second week, I should have reached this quota. By the end of the third week, I should have reached this quota. The another thing is stay up to date with industry development. Now, let me use a scenario. Let's say you're a makeup artist. Now, you learned makeup in, let's say, 2005. Now, in this area where we have a lot of very funny makeups, I'm so sorry for saying funny because it's funny to me. You need to keep yourself with the trend. We have something ladies call the ombre lips that it's like a blending of two colors. Then we have one of the makeup thing that as we have it to have a lot of spiral painting on your face, more like a face painting. Those are trends that people are actually following. So whatever you do in your work, there are actually newer and more advanced ways of doing what you've been doing before. You actually need to stay up to date with the industry development and industry trends, because I believe that the core of human existence is actually learning. One of the cores of human existence is actually learning. So when it comes to our employment, our career, it's very sacrosanct that we learn, we unlearn, and we relearn at every time that we can, like almost every time we can learn, almost every time we can relearn. Because this area, there is actually this is the era of AI. I was scrolling through Twitter and someone was saying that instead of taking a professional photo, there was actually an AI that would just take like 4 of the photos and make it a professional photo for you. And if photographers are not stepping up with the trends, are not doing things to actually beat up the AI, some photographers will actually be pushed to retire from business. Then another thing is networking. Networking. This is one of the things I'm like very, very big about. There are some particular people that I met at a particular place and at a particular time. Like most of those people are just subconsciously pushing me to do better. We've not had a lot of talks. They've not referred me. Okay, yeah, someone has actually even referred me to Linklater's. Someone I actually interned with at the time. One of them, she just referred me to Linklater's, got my mail and got my details and all. So we need to actually network, meet people, talk. I'm an introvert. I don't talk to people. See, you have to bring yourself out of your shell because employment opportunities do not come and knock on people's door these days, except you are like a god with what you do. Employment opportunities do not knock on people's door. And even it's only God that is irreplaceable. So if you feel like you're good at what you do and you don't see a reason to network, people will always come knocking. You'll be surprised that there are like 10 people that are somewhere sitting down just waiting for you to take a step back so that they can actually have a stage. So you actually need to meet people that are leaders in your industry. You have to build strong relationship with people. And when you are building relationship with people, please make sure it is not a parasitic relationship. Make sure that it is a relationship that you are giving them reasons to want to keep you around. It's not that I've been active on Twitter for the last few days, and I actually saw a video where someone was like, he was recording a particular person's chat, and the person is going to always ask for favor, like all the time. So that kind of time, imagine you are always asking someone for favor. Anytime they see your name pops up and you say good afternoon, the person's mind will be like, ha, this guy again. So don't make it a parasitic relationship. Make it something that is actually mutually beneficial. You see an opportunity that you feel like, this person, additional Kananko programs. Okay, this program is coming up. Let me tell her to talk to the organizers, to pitch a service to them. Maybe they can actually get. When you even ask that kind of person for everyone, she'll be like, okay, this person is not always coming. The person has actually tried to invest in me. So network and build relationships. Then another thing is build your skills. Build your skills. I was having a conversation with someone, and the person was explaining to me that in this our generation, the coming generation of lawyers will be surprised that being a lawyer and having intern in a lot of places do not even make you stand out because internships is just like a free akara an extra akara on every bread you buy now. He was telling me that you should actually learn a skill that will make you know how to, if it's content writing, if it's graphic designer, if it is back end, just learn any skill. If it is comparing that you can do, just get something that will make you extra valuable apart from what they are paying you for. For example, if a firm has someone that, okay, is a lawyer and is a comparer, he has been the host for most of their events, or someone that is actually an ethical hacker that is always trying to check for loops at the back end of the firms or companies, what do we call it, website. They will see that person as valuable because they know that the regular lawyer doesn't have any business with being on the back end. Or you are a lawyer and you have extra knowledge of finance and accounting, and you can actually help your firm with valuation of its client and all. And you'll be like, okay, this guy is actually an extra asset. You'll be like the hot cake in the industry. So build your skills, own the ones you have, learn new ones. Another thing is be proactive. Don't be sluggish, don't procrastinate. Get something to do it on time. When people see that this guy he actually has that vibe. No. If you get to that maybe just tell her what to do. Just once you tell her what to do, like she's going to come back with results. She does not waste time and wait for you to tell her like 10 times. Another thing I'm going to be talking about is be open to change. Be open to change. I had an interview and the first thing they told me is that they don't want someone that is actually not open to change. Yes, be open to change. You've actually learned the best way to do something from a particular person or from the best person. For this particular place, they don't like the best way to do things. They like another pattern. They have another pattern of doing things. So learn from them. What is that their pattern of doing things? Change, because you actually need to be flexible. You don't need to be rigid and say, well, this is the standard that I've been brought up with, and this is the standard I want to die with. No, human being, we actually shed our skin very much. So why can't you shed some of the things you know? Why can't you change? Why can't you pick up new things? Why can't you adapt to new environment, adapt to new work routines? Then the last thing on my list I'm going to be talking about is seek feedback. When someone gives you a task and you send it to them, just ask them that, okay, so Mangan what the task you gave me, I've executed it. So I just want to ask you, how do you feel about the task? Is it worth it? Just be honest with you, did I do well and all? Feedback will actually, the good feedback will actually be like ginger you, to be like a kind of encouragement. And the not so good ones, they actually um make you become better. Yes, will actually make you become better. So with this, we've come to the end of our ethics of the week segment. Please, if you can still hear me on this call, please, you can see me. Let me hear. If you can see me on this call, let me see your chat. Let me see your messages. I've been speaking to myself. Okay. Thank you very much, Vanguard Noah. Thank you very, very much, Vanguard Noah. Thanks for the feedback. So right about now, I want to take the TVA mantra. You don't need to read with me. You don't need to respond. Just repeat where you are. At the Vanguard Africa, we promote transformational leadership in every sphere of influence. Our leaders are well-rounded, adequately built, and exceptionally equipped to excel in every leadership they are entrusted with. We dream upward, invest in strategies, and deploy exemplary wisdom in our affairs. We have more than enough human and capital resources to inspire, build, and equip the next generation of leaders in Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. Our dreams shall not die, our vision shall not fade, our hope shall not be dashed, our strength shall not wane. With God, we are excellent personalities, leadership models, and organizational catalysts, bringing order into everything we step into. Amen. Thank you, everyone, for joining this session of the Vanguard Africa's Village Meeting. It's a beautiful ride with you guys. I actually enjoy every part of it. Thanks for the constant feedback. So I want to ask, does anyone have any question for me? Any question before we take the closing prayer? Okay, there's no question. Okay, so if you're interested in joining the Vanguard Africa, like I said earlier, you can visit our website, www.thevanguardafrica.org. And if you actually know any of the person on this call, any of the leaders on this call, you can just reach out to them to put you through. They are very much interested in you becoming a leader the world wants to reckon with. And we will be waiting for your messages, for your mails and your DMs. So let's take the closing prayer. Eternal Rock of Ages, we are grateful for this beautiful session today. We are grateful because being able to we learn how to learn. Take all the glory in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for joining today's village meeting. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.